Right then, guys, so I've done a video about the Gahey and Leone stuff, so go give that a watch as well, guys. This video is obviously about the Alexander Isak stuff. Now, those of you that have been around this channel for a long time, and the ones that have been messaging me as well, will know that I've been confident Liverpool will sign Isak for a long time now. I've thrown about the number of 135 million that Martin reported from who joins us on a Monday stream. He mentioned that he'd heard that number from a certain somebody who, you know, works within the industry or whatever. And it seems to be that, we could be looking at a number around there, like 130, maybe 140 million. But today we've had reports that basically he's moved out of his house or wherever it is, you know what I mean? And then we've also had an update from David Ornstein regarding what's going on. So if you do like this video, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below to let me know your thoughts on what I'm about to cover. So, that was a deep breath, wasn't it? A lot of talking. So this little bit I'm going to read out to you from Ornstein is from the transfer deal sheet over on The Athletic. And it's basically David Ornstein's one to watch. So this is the one that he puts at the top every week of the top deal he thinks that everyone should keep their eye on. So it says, when supporters are waiting Newcastle's lineup to face Aston Villa on Saturday, a burning question will be what role, if any, Isak might occupy for the team. He has not featured in pre-season amid Liverpool's ongoing pursuit, and while Newcastle have stressed they have no intention of allowing a sale, potential replacements continue to be explored. The anticipation is that Isak will miss the trip to Villa Park with his future shrouded in uncertainty. Based on conversations with sources privy to the matter, The Athletic understands that Isak is adamant he will never represent Newcastle again. Even if Newcastle refuse to sell the player, he remains there. When the transfer window closes, Isak regards his career at St James's Park as finished and has no desire to reintegrate into the squad. From his perspective, after being informed last summer that a new contract would not be offered to him because of Newcastle's need to comply with PSR, Isak, already having a lucrative deal until 2028, made it clear that last season would be his last at the club. Some at Newcastle deny that this was expressed and believe the forward planned to discuss the situation, including the possibility of a new contract once the season was over. Last campaign, Isak helped his side win the Carabao Cup and qualify for the Champions League. 2 weeks before the season ended, he told Eddie Howe of his wish to leave and reiterated this on a call with the manager before flying to Sweden after the final game of the season. Liverpool are yet to make another offer since their 110 million bid was rejected. Newcastle's stance may soften if a proposal comes close to 150. They can fill Isak's void through the market. The Premier League champions remain interested and Isak is focused on a move to Liverpool. So that's basically the long and short of it. Now, we have had some updates over the course of the day from like other journalists as well. We've had, let me find it now because I've got a fair few. Romano says that Isak to Liverpool has a very good chance of happening. He has rejected 3 to 4 contract proposals from Newcastle and only wants Liverpool. David Ornstein says that he thinks his focus at the moment is to try and push through a move to Liverpool, and it can happen if the ownership of Newcastle receive what they deem acceptable. I think the priority for all parties now is to try and rectify this some way, in a shape or form, to try and find a solution. It cannot go on like this. And then Romano also said that Liverpool will bid again for Isak as planned since July, if and when Newcastle open the door. So there you have it, guys. Basically, my thoughts on all of this. I won't lie, I've got a lot of respect for Newcastle. My brother is a Newcastle supporter. He lives up there. A lot of that side of the family live up there. I've been to Liverpool Newcastle games, yada, yada, yada. And it doesn't sit right with me. A player refusing to play, guys. Like, if shoes on your foot, we would be saying the same thing. We've been in this situation with Coutinho, to name one, and a few others as well. where they've refused to play to push through moves. So it doesn't sit well with me. And who's to say he doesn't do that with us a couple of years down the line, to go to Barca or Madrid or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So that doesn't sit well with me. But I still think the deal happens. And I think there's a lot of stuff that is probably going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And maybe this is just being played out in the media right now. Do you know what I mean? To save Newcastle face. But anyhow, long story short is the player has basically refused to play for Newcastle, which does, push through the door to potentially come to Liverpool. I am surprised Newcastle haven't fined him yet, to be fair. If it's this far down the line of him refusing to play, he should probably get fined by Newcastle. But that's neither here nor there. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, just to summarise then, I do think the deal still happens. I'm not happy with him not playing for Newcastle because I just don't think it sits right with me. I wouldn't be happy if this was happening at Liverpool. So, I got to have no bias there. But anyway, let me know down below what you think, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.